streaming?
Yeah, there won't be anyone watching now.
Right,
Because...
Okay, you deal with the announcement.
Actually, don't.
Hang on.
Give me a second. See what happens. Don't matter. We press start?
I have pressed start.
We press start. We don't know if it's working or not.
We have no idea.
We have no idea. It could be working. That's why we're pretending to be all jolly and stuff like that. But
you pretended to be jolly. I'm not pretending to be jolly.
It is working. It is working.
Are we live?
Yes, I think so. I think so.
What's the delay like? I'll wave my hand. See what the delay is like. I'll just assume. Yeah, we are definitely live.
Yes, we are definitely live. So welcome. You are going to be. If you're watching, there's 4 people watching. I don't know what those. I don't know what those.
One of them's me. One of them's definitely me.
Yeah, one of them will be me as well. But yes, we're trying new software out. Matthew Jude.
So it sounds like you're
I've got dual audio. Okay. Right.
Jesus Christ, Dan. Or
let's see if I can work that out.
Is that you coming through my headphones? Hang on. Yeah, that might be me picking you up. Oh, that's how on earth do I do that? If I turn you down a bit.
Yeah, am I still there? Still like that?
Good, thank you, Matthew. It's much appreciated, your tech support. Well, I can still hear you.
But hang on a second, I need to talk. So is that still happening? The thing is, Luke's, it's still happening. Yeah.
I'm just turning you down in my ears. I think that's why.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be if it's in your ears.
No, it's because obviously my microphone is attached to my headphones, so you get pickup through it.
No, I think it's much less than that. Because it was happening with me as well. So Matthew, is it still happening? Last time we heard you say, "Is yes still weird?" Is it still weird? For a second time. I'm going to open my sound preferences. It shouldn't. Because you're not getting. I think it's something at your end, Luke.
I imagine it is. Hang on. Advanced audio properties. Oh, that's an awful lot of stuff I don't understand. NDI source. Right, I don't want you on the desktop. Right, hang on. You are source 3.
Yeah, it's not headphones bleed, I don't think. The problem is we're going through Luke's OSB or whatever it is because of all this irritable bowel syndrome. We're going through Luke's irritable bowel syndrome.
If I cancel that, I think it's because I had you as 2 sources of audio on here. That's why.
Yeah, that's why it will be.
Right.
Does
that sound better now?
Now I am going to see this. I don't think it will be picking laptop mic and Yeti because Luke would be getting it. Because Luke, the Skype's coming through to Luke, and then,
right.
And then I'm going to press sound, just even though it's horrendous when you.
It's sorted. Yay! Figured it out. Thank you, Matt.
Now, we apologise. We apologise for the crapness of this this beginning. Normally, you get a highly intelligent and professional service from ourselves, but not today.
Matthew, you can come on if you really want to make this a clusterfuck. You are welcome to come on if you wish, Matthew, if you have Skype.
Oh, look at me. Damn. Yeah, that's true. You're in control now.
Dan, this needs to be turned up. Okay, no problem. He has been turned up. Not that I think that's the best advice I've ever heard.
Well, I think it's fantastic advice. Luke. And I'm going to do some Facebook. You entertain the masses. Can people see your face, Luke? I can see your face. This is what.
Yeah, I know because you're looking at me via. That's going to Skype. My second camera's going to Skype, and then.
Second camera.
I can, if I wish, add it in.
Look, there we go.
And gone again.
So you've got this rig. You've got a new rig for your filming. And is this with the YouTube doing some YouTubey stuff?
Well,
it's an idea. So for everybody here.
So this is a
very
jerry-rigged. I bought some like
£4
worth of
cable trunking.
And I've
literally
cable tied and hot glued it together.
I already had this LED strip.
It looks good though.
Yeah,
I'm pleased with it. The proof of concept is really what I'm going with. So I've made essentially two strips across the top, strips down the side, which should help with a bunch of things in many ways. Hang on, get rid of. Go away again. Nope.
Movies and
turn the audio off. Second camera. Right. Hang on. If I just turn the audio off everything else, it should.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. This is live tech incompetence.
Right. How does that sound now, Matthew? When you have two... Oh, I see. Sorry, right, yeah. It comes through twice. Yes, because I turned the camera on. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, thank you.
Idiot.
Well, I wouldn't call Matthew Jude an idiot. I call him quite sensible. He's been very helpful. Thank you very much.
He has been very helpful. I'm going to... there we go. I've tweeted and I've Facebook, so the masses will be joining us. Look at the thousands of them.
I actually would like Matthew to come on because I would quite.
We talked to him yesterday. Yeah. I don't want him on.
Well, I know you talked to him, but I wanted to hear him talk about Gen Con, which he really didn't talk that bloody much about. Which is what you said he was coming on for.
No.
You just when I said what you guys talking about, and you said Matthew was coming on the podcast. You said Gen Con, probably. Well, probably was an utter load of bollocks.
All that happens when people talk about Gen Con is they just go on about new games, and we know we're not interested in games on this YouTube channel.
Well, it's more the experience of Gen Con that I want to talk about, really, rather than the actual games.
Well, don't ask Matthew. He's... Yeah.
Yes, he does, Matthew. It's obvious.
Yes. Yes, he's more than welcome to come on.
I hate new
games. In fact, we hate games in. It's a little known secret that all board game media content creators hate board games.
So true.
Look at these.
Bloody hell!
Can you see them?
What are you doing?
I'm just cutting some greaseproof paper. This is complete overkill.
I was going to say, what type of greaseproof paper do you have in Huddersfield?
Yeah,
that's some military grade.
Military paper. Clippers. I bought them to just be able to cut carpet tiles, not carpet tiles, vinyl tiles, for my scenery making.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, good idea.
But I've lost my scissors, so they're gonna have to do. So there you go. So what are you painting today, Luke?
Boroughs and badges, and I haven't made up my mind which one yet.
Hello, Marcus.
Hello, Marcus. How we doing, me old Viking?
Yes, Dimitri. I think if his icon is anything like his Twitter handle, it's nice to see you. And John Davey, hi from Portsmouth. Catherine and John joining you. Painting some Manchester Madness. How are you doing the Manchester Madness bases? Because I painted Manchester Madness once. And I was very unhappy with the bases.
Clear bases, best thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I turned them into two clear ones. That was good.
Well, I think I might do a kingfisher.
I'm currently painting all my heroes from Batman. I'm getting the hero box completely finished. So first of all, I'm going to finish off this one, which is Batwoman. I just need to do some highlighting her. And then I'm going to probably go on to either this... I'm doing all the ladies. There's a Huntress there, and then that's Katana. and then I'm going to do maybe I'll probably do her next actually because she looks easy. Catwoman, purple Catwoman. And do you know what I'm going to do last of all, Luke?
What?
I'm going to do this monstrosity.
I'll show you, Mr. Viking. Sorry. Oh God. Why are you going to do it?
Why am I going to do it? Because if I don't do it, then they're going to have one unpainted minis in the box.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So I'm doing.
What kind of cow are you going to paint it? Are you going to paint it as it's supposed to be in the box?
Yeah, I'm painting everything as it's supposed to be in the box.
Some very nice cows in the area I've been in France called Limousin cows, and they're kind of a little bit. They look a bit like Jersey cows. That nice kind of tan. You know.
It's the eyes of Jersey cows that I love. There's the official.
Yeah. What's special about Jersey cow's eyes? I've never really known. I've never looked into the eyes of a Jersey cow.
All cows have nice eyes.
I've never had such an intimate moment.
All cows have nice eyes, but Jersey cows are particularly
there you go, Mr.
particularly gentle-eyed. He is Dimitri. I very much enjoy your tweets. You are a kindred spirit, I think, in a world where we often offend.
I knew Mr. Cook would be along before long.
He's looking for the Humblewood. Yeah, I saw that. There
Which one's Humblewood? Looking for the
It's a new
Humblewood's
one.
RPG. Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's Burrows and Badges as well, isn't there? I'm not even speaking to you, Jamie. So that's you out of the running.
Yeah.
Just painting them plainly. We've only started painting 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And probably not the right time to start experimenting with new bases and things like that if you're brand new to it. But the bases in Mansions of Madness are dreadful, aren't they? They're massive, great big honking.
Yeah, they're just ugly slabs of black plastic.
Yeah. But you're right in
looking at these. Could somebody give me a? I was tempted with a Kingfisher, but I'll go with anything. Obviously, there isn't already painted.
The minis. Minis for this role playing game as well. Have you ever role played? Hi, Amby. Have you ever role played? See, you can tell I'm back on Twitter because actual people come and turn up and watch.
We've got 14 people.
Exactly.
13, 12.
If you've never been with us before, we're not doing anything entertaining. All Luke and I are doing is using this as an excuse to get together and do some of our painting, basically. And have a chat. So if you're looking for entertainment, you're in the wrong place. It's just a general hobby kind of.
That brushes. There goes my ideas of doing a little bit of a sing song then. Okay.
What? Stop. We can do a little bit of sing song if you want. But some people play without the minis in Mansions of Madness and use the tiles you put the base.
Oh, bollocks to that! What a horrible thing to do.
Yeah. That is a horrible thing to do. I'm upset by that.
Yeah.
Or the minis in Mansions of Madness are probably very good for starting off at because they've got quite a. I wouldn't worry if they don't look wonderfully defined because I think it's pretty much impossible to have the minis in Mansions of Madness well defined because they're very.
Mr. Jude never looks at Facebook Messenger, does he? Useless.
No. They're very.
So who is that Batwoman or Batgirl or what? Who is that?
Batwoman. I'm just doing edge highlighting here.
Look at you.
Yeah. I like it.
It's a very bold edge highlight by the look of it.
Yeah.
You aren't mucking about with that edge. I'd take that back a few shades if I were you personally, buddy.
No.
No? Okay, cool. Sometimes it can look really good when you go quite bold.
It's very thin. Look, I'm not making massive.
No, I agree.
I'm still relatively desperate for some black contrast paint. I'm not desperate, but I'd like it. It'd be perfect for painting Batman with that black.
Oh god, yeah.
Black. No, is it contrast paint?
Yeah,
it's
contrast paint. Yeah, it's another stupid name. I forget which one.
Well, there's no point even learning those, is there? But yeah, it's still out of stock. I actually went to Games Workshop in Manchester on Tuesday, but they said they just oh no, disaster. I made a big splodge. They said they can't keep it in stock. It just goes out. That and white, which makes a lot of sense really because they're two colours.
Awesome as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was vaping. It sounded like I was toking on a joint then for a second.
You can hear it because you're
sorry.
filthy addict.
I know.
Filthy addict. So what do you want to know about Gen Con? I can tell you.
You can't tell me fuck all about Gen Con.
You
can tell me as much as I can tell anybody about Gen Con.
Ask me a question and I'll tell you.
But you weren't there. They're the sort of questions I want to ask.
Well, how do you know I wasn't there?
Because I know you weren't there.
Well, yeah, okay. But the point is...
What one am I painting, people? Come on.
I'll tell you what we got. What options we got? I can't see. I can't see what you're doing on YouTube. Oh, sorry, guys. That one's most stylish and cool of all the back characters. She's the main reason. She's all. I've not read any Batwoman. She kind of appeared as I
thanks for choosing
stopped
which
reading
one I'm painting.
Batman.
What?
Oh yeah. I'm looking at the comments. Paint the. Oh, your minis are ace.
Yeah, they are really good, aren't they?
Yeah. They're,
that's the first compliment I've ever given myself, I think.
I can't really see them. That big one, that's a beaver, is it?
That?
No,
that's
a
big one. That's a beaver. That's a badger.
That's
the badger you don't like.
Oh, it is, yeah. Paint the badger I don't like.
Paint the badger you don't... Well, all right. Elliot's got what he wanted, because he's wanted me to do that for ages.
No, sorry.
Right.
Batman badger. That's Marcus wanted that as well.
Well then I'm happy about it.
No, Ambi, contrast paint is that new stuff from Games Workshop where they're saying that it's super easy. So basically, instead of having to paint a base coat and then a wash, you just paint this on quite thickly.
Well, sorry, I just realised I made your image smaller. Sorry.
That's all right. Paint it on. Sure, I'm telling Ambi what contrast paint is. You paint it on thickly, and it runs into. It's like a wash, isn't it? And it runs into the cracks.
Yes.
So it kind of highlights, and shadows your one coat.
It more excessively pulls away from the the top bits. I can't think what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yeah.
So it highlights more, as it were.
It's
hard to explain. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Yeah, I've decided I am actually slightly against them.
Right. Okay.
Not because they're not brilliant, because they are. They're bloody amazing at what they do. But I think the trouble with them is that they're going to stop people truly learning how to paint.
Is that a problem?
Yeah. No, not really. I just think it's a good idea to get the hang of it, get the basics down, and then use these as like a cheat when you've got like some bloody massive Space Marine army that you don't want to go through the rigmarole of doing it over and over again. It's when I see a lot of people painting like single models. Like if I was painting these Barrows and Badgers with contrast, I would be doing such a massive disservice to these minis, if you see what I mean. Do you get what I'm saying?
I do, but not everybody wants. I mean, for board gamers in particular, I am
talking about people who do want to paint them.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, obviously, don't misunderstand. Obviously, for people who just want to get some colour on some stuff and it to look good, brilliant. That's great.
Yeah, I should. We're not very good at looking at the chat in this.
Yeah,
thing.
we are. Dan, your dirty glass is your water glass. Does it have your name on it? Yeah, it does appear to have his name on it.
It does. Yeah. It was. Look. Hang on. Can you see that? I don't know.
Just in case he forgets.
It was a present from Secret Santa from at work, which was.
What's it say on the other side of it?
It says, "They see me rolling, they be hating." There you go. There's a bit of a song.
There you go.
Yeah.
That is entertainment. +1 on painting the big one. Okay, everybody wants the badger. Okay, badger it is.
I have
Who am
made
I
a big
to question the masses?
I've made a big splodge on my.
How ironic that is. I want to use a contrast paint on his fur now.
You see, well, that's what it's good for, isn't it?
It is good for fur.
It's good for fur and stuff like that. Yeah, I made a big splodge on this woman's cape, and I unfortunately no longer have the. Well, it was. So I'm just going to have to try and approximate the correct shade of grey to unsplodge it. Can you see my head, Luke?
Can I see your head?
Yeah.
What do you mean your head? What, the head of the miniature?
No, I've got like my head like there.
Oh yes, you did. Yeah. No, not right now. I can't. No.
That's fine. Because I am blind.
Mark Cook has just been proved correct, as I agreed with him at the time. But I need to paint the tops of all my paints, so I can easily find the one I'm after in my new carousel thing.
I don't know. See, I've edge highlighted bits of that, but I don't know whether to do the other bits in a slightly less bright grey. I'm not very good at edge highlighting. I can't tell if I'm in the right place for this bloody camera.
Yeah, you're fine.
Probably not.
Well, wish.
Yeah.
We could see an awful lot more of your desk than we normally did.
Yeah, I've got it higher up. I thought that would be better.
To see the car crash and cacophony that is your desk.
Yeah. Because
there's more paint on your mat than there is on any of your Batman miniatures.
Yeah, that's very true. My mat is a testament to my legacy of painting.
It's a self-healing mat, but it's not a paint repelling mat. That's for sure.
No, well, you just see me there. What do you wipe your brush off on? What do you remove the excess paint from your brush with?
A bit of tissue. That.
Yeah. So, well, that's fine. I don't need a bit of tissue. Is my point.
Or to be fair, I use the edge of the palette.
Right.
But you don't use a palette, right? Okay.
No, yeah.
Well, yeah, but you just do it on a bit of clean tin snip necessary baking paper.
Well, I don't want to do it.
Okay, so
I like having the history of my my painting on the.
It'll be like eventually you'll be able to do like core drills in it, and you'll be able to see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, like looking for an ice age.
I don't know why I'm bothering highlight. I kind of come to the conclusion that these models aren't really good enough to do a really detailed paint job on, because you just end up frustrating yourself.
Well, I do see your point, but I would, having seen some of the examples of people painting those things, I would.
Yeah, but how long is that going to take them?
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Right, a nice wild rider red. For highlighting, I don't know if that's too an orange. I'm no good at colour theory, as we've already said.
Paint the Mark, you are borderline obsessed with this bloody logo.
Have I ever drunk my dirty paint water? No.
Have you never done it? You've never picked up?
No, because I have. This is my dirty paint water thing, and I never drink out of that, and it's got a weight and a feel to it.
Fair enough.
Whereas this is my beer.
And
so
I have definitely I've definitely drunk the paint water.
Yeah, well, I have consumed a lot of paint because.
Yeah, that's true. You do it in a very different and intentional way.
Yeah. I tend to lick my brushes to get them clean. Or not even lick them, put them in my mouth.
I reckon that sounds so weird to me, but I'm fully aware that you are probably far from alone with that.
Oh, certainly not alone. Yeah. It's a trope within painters.
Yeah, I bet it's almost like a bachelor peeing in the sink. It's a bit of a, you know. I listened to the last Lee and Dan today.
No, you didn't.
Oh, have you got another one to go up?
Yeah, I haven't edited it yet.
I was thinking it was a bit weird that you said to us on the other podcast, like, "Oh yeah, it's over, we're done now." And I was thinking, it just ended, and I was like, "Oh wow, they didn't even say goodbye."
the reason it's ended is because Lee and I record usually on a Thursday morning. Well, always on a Thursday morning, when it's night in Australia.
Yeah.
And my job is changing. I've been given a new position within my team. Well, yeah, although it's not a promotion of any description.
Like a sideways move kind of thing.
Yeah, well, basically it's a role within the team, so it's not. I'm not even moving managers or anything like that. But whereas before I was working in the community, assessing people and deciding whether they need to be in hospital and providing support to them at home. Yeah. Now I'm going to be working in the hospital, assessing people, providing support to them, and supporting them to be discharged. So the purpose of our team is to keep admissions to hospital as low as possible, and if people do get admitted to hospital, without occasions when obviously you can't stop people being admitted to hospital, to make sure their admission is, I'm going to move my camera a little bit, which will probably send everything out of focus, which will make sure their admission is as short as possible. Yep. So I'm moving to the shortest possible thing, mainly because the person who was doing that before, who was doing it for 7 years and very competent at it and very well liked at it, has now got a job actually managing that ward. So we're left with a gap. So I'm going to do it, which is going to be interesting. I don't really
overly happy about it.
No, I don't really want to do it because it's not as exciting, if that makes any sense. There's not the cut and thrust of making decisions. There's lots of decisions to be made, and I'm not saying they're not important decisions. I mean, one of the prime suicide risk times is when people are just discharged from hospital, because obviously some people will tell everyone what they want to hear in order to get out. And once they're out, are free to do whatever they want. And also, there's a big pressure from everyone, management, to get people out as quick as possible.
Is that sadly because of money, or is
but people need to. Hospitals aren't the most therapeutic places, ironically enough.
Fair enough. No, I can understand that.
These days, they because it's quite difficult to get into hospital because of teams like mine. You need to be quite unwell to get into hospital, and by definition, it's full of quite unwell people. Which, especially if you're depressed, and you've got loads of people not running around, but shouting and being distressed, it's not the best place to recover from a depression. So we need to get people out as quickly as possible, and to retain their independence and not to lose any skills, and it doesn't matter what kind of hospital you work in. It's not good to be in hospital. No one likes to be in hospital. You're away from your support things, because these days
you're not usually in there for a good time, are you?
You're not usually in there for a good time, exactly. I mean, some people do like being in hospitals.
You get hypochondriacs, I suppose, that kind of
not within.
I don't mean in your thing, no, but you obviously get people who kind of actively want to be there in an odd way, but.
There's lots of people who want to be in a mental health problem. Usually, mental health ward. They're usually working age adults. We don't generally get them, but there's people who find outside life quite stressful and difficult to deal with, and having somebody take responsibility for you.
Almost like prisoners kind of wanting to get back into prison.
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
In a sense,
but I don't. That's not my. I'm going to be still older people, so yeah. So I'm looking forward to it, but it's not. Number one, previously I worked 3 days a week, and now I'm going to be working 4.
Oh, so you did 4 days a week of long shift?
No, well, I do 4 days sometimes. I do 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
I do 3 weeks of 3 days a week, and then 1 week of 4 days.
Ah, that's what I had in my head then. Right, okay.
Yeah, to get my. But now I'm going to be doing 10-hour shifts and doing 4 days a week. But I'm going to have every weekend off.
Oh, okay.
Which is, but that's good and bad because weekends you get paid more. So I'm taking a cut, in my money.
Yeah, nice.
But I'll also get to spend more time with the kids. So, and I'll be able to get home by 6 or 7 as opposed to 9, 8 or 9. You know what I mean? So
6 and 1/2 dozen another kind of thing.
Yeah, but you know,
sorry, because it was very interesting to listen to that. John, do you want to come on?
Oh, is John?
Yeah, he's on the chat. Let me know, John, if you want to come on. John, send me a message on Facebook if you want to come on.
Yeah.
The hell just fell off my shelf?
Why are you saying Mark had a baby yet?
Yes, he has. You don't look at bloody Facebook, do you? You've got a lovely name. How is Grayson doing?
Grayson?
Yeah. They're a class to a name like that, isn't it? I like it.
Yeah, I should be painting Batman as a Robin rather as a tribute.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I wonder.
I kind of actually meant to ask Mark. Mark, where did the name come from, Grayson? That had the air of a meaning to it because it's not a conventional name. It's not a name you come across very often.
When was it on Facebook? Was it today?
No, like 2 or 3 days ago.
Don't tend to look at people's feeds. I just look at groups. I apologise, Mark. I should have known. I would have said congratulations.
To be fair, Mark populates my Facebook wall regularly, and especially the other day with the bloody Board Game Geek logo.
That was funny, Mark.
Every time he said anything, he'd tell people like, it's all right, this logo. Or he'd post some stupid edit of the logo. So every time it comes, Mark Cook has done this on Board Game Revolution or on Board Game Trading and Chat UK. I was like, oh, Mark, shut up, this bloody logo. As funny as it was, you know.
Hello from Michigan, currently painting a 3D printed factory from Scythe. That's good about the Scythe bit.
Who said that?
Joshua Hatfield.
Oh, sorry, yes, I can see it now. Yeah. Did you print it yourself, Joshua?
My internet seems to have slowed down.
Well, there's a shot.
Yeah.
If only we'd known you were having internet problems.
Yeah, we had a.
Didn't you say an engineer was coming out on something?
Well, we had an engineer coming out, but he didn't do anything, which was highly predictable.
Yeah,
we weren't shocked. We weren't shocked by that. I think it's going to be something we're just going to have to deal with. We're too far away from the.
So yeah, is it everywhere in the house you have this crap internet?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought it was just up in your office you were having problems.
No, in fact, the office is about as good as it gets. I've now got a what's it? The line.
TP link.
No, TP link. I did have that, and it was not working very well.
No.
I've got just a wire running
Ethernet.
From all the way.
Yeah,
Ethernet
RJ45.
An Ethernet cable running all the way from downstairs to upstairs. So that's from the downstairs router,
Right.
which is where it all comes in. So it's as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
They changed the socket and things, but he says he wasn't. He came to install some copper cable, but then he discovered we already had copper cable. So it's just our bad luck, really. I think we've done as much.
Exchange though.
Yeah. Well, not that far. I don't know why.
So what? So you haven't always had crap internet. You had your internet got crap, didn't it? And then
but I think the reason is because I never used to do any streaming or Skyping or anything like that. Because the other side of things is that there's be 3 people downstairs watching various
that's obviously
Netflix and stuff like that. So I think basically I just haven't got as good internet as everyone else, but it's actually as good as I'm going to get.
Have you looked into getting a better router?
Well, the guy said we've got a very good router.
Is it a router given to you by a company?
Yeah.
Then it's not good. It's utter shit.
All right. Okay. Well, I can't be asked.
Yeah, I know. And also it's an expense you just don't need. But it's worth looking into. The trouble is, it won't necessarily solve it. It could solve it, but it won't necessarily solve it.
Exactly, and then
I
think we just got to wait till we get fibre when Boris Johnson gives everyone fibre. I mean, that's the only thing we can do. Last night we used miniatures paint on a Nerf gun. I have often.
I really want to do that as well. Well, I think. Well,
yeah. To because you see all these fantastic Nerf conversions, don't you?
Yeah. Also, this is another weird thing, just on the basis that we were about to say the same thing. On your Lee and Dan one, your printer didn't turn up, did it?
Yes, right. That's right, yeah.
Did you look at buying a printer on Amazon Prime Day?
No.
I just thought, that's a really weird coincidence, because I nearly bought an HP printer on Amazon Prime Day, and I was thinking, when they recorded it, the looks of release, it might have been about then. Thinking that's really weird, and I was attracted by the whole HP ink thing.
It's really good, actually. And do you know what? The printer we got, I don't know if it's the printer we got, but you get 6 months free.
From what I could tell, most of them came with a certain amount free, and there was always, from what I read of the reviews, there was always extra ways to get a couple of more months free. So most,
right?
I think it was very easy to end up with like at least 4 months. Yeah, and I think
so you can this. I don't know. I think it doesn't exist in America, but it's this subscription service to a color printer. So basically, you buy the printer from HP, Hewlett Packard.
Is it only Hewlett Packard that do it that you know of?
It does. Yeah, that's as far as I'm aware. And then you pay them however much a month. Now we're currently paying, although we're not paying because it's free, £7 I think, or $7.99.
The upped one, yeah.
Well, we might as well because it's free, and you can reduce it as whenever you want. So as soon as we start paying for it, I'm going to whack it right back down to the £1.50
which is 100 sheets or something, isn't it? 100 pages, something like that. Which didn't sound like a lot to me, but I was thinking, well, last month I printed 0 sheets on my printer, but that was because I need to buy expensive ink for it.
It's not much. What we've also got is a laser printer, and I'm not planning on getting rid of that. But that's only black and white.
I want to get a colour laser. That's what I was looking at, was getting a laser printer on Amazon Prime Day. But it was also the day I left for holiday, so I was like, no.
Yeah.
Or it was a day or two before it.
So it's connected. This printer's connected to your internet, and every time it starts running low on printer ink, it just orders some more from HP, but you don't pay for it. All you pay for is a subscription for a number of pages. So if you're somebody who's constantly printing out really kind of detailed photos, colour photos, then it's an absolute bargain. If you're someone who only prints out black and white sheets, it's not a bargain at all, basically. So because it doesn't really take into account if you're printing colour or black and white or whatever.
No, it completely doesn't take it into account. That's one of the things it says. It even says in this like promotional thing where it basically says you might as well print in colour, kind of thing. Yeah, or it's like it says like black and white printing for the colour printing for the cost of black and white kind of thing, or something like that.
Yeah. So it's really So I printed a lot of stuff out. I've printed a lot of stuff out recently for Batman, because why not? But I don't think I'm going to keep it at that, because even then I've only printed out 50 sheets last month. And
there you go. So if you were even going for it and you still only did 50 sheets.
Yeah. But my daughter's really into photography and she hasn't really started using it yet. So I think we'll get her to print out a lot of photos she's done and things, and then reduce it down when you have to start paying for it. But I'm really impressed with it, actually. I think it's a really good idea.
I think it is a great idea. And at first I got a little sceptical because I was sitting there thinking, well, am I actually going to end up spending X amount over a year? And like that was way more than I'd ever spent on ink and blah, 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 blah. But I think it is a bloody good idea.
But one of the reasons you have never spent that much on ink is because you're like, oh, God.
And the other thing... You don't print because you're like, oh, but yeah, the bloody cartridges cost so much, so I won't print it,
Yeah.
But when you can be a bit carefree with it,
Exactly. And also you can... I can't remember what I was going to say. Doesn't matter. I'm too busy worrying about what colour her boots are. I think they're black. I object a little bit to painting this Catwoman because I've already painted one Catwoman, and I'm not really that keen on having.
Which one?
Like I've got. This one's the long Halloween one, or whatever it is.
I think that's the one I tried the contrast paint on, just to have a go with it.
Yeah. But I'm going to paint it because I want all the ones in the here. I want to finish the hero.
I prefer.
Well, the other one's got the whip. I mean,
if you, I can't remember. No, that is the one I painted. Yeah, that is.
I think it possibly is a better model.
Yeah.
Maybe, but the one with the whip is the one in the scenario. You're
a stickler for the rules.
If you're going to do it, you might as well do it. You know what I mean?
I take.
So yeah.
I was just going to say, John, are you coming on, John? I haven't got any message from you or anything. Anybody else? Anybody else want to pop
anyone
on?
Who's hobbying can pop on.
They don't have to be hobbying.
Yes, they do.
Oh, bloody hell!
It's hobby hangout.
Paul wasn't hobbying. Oh no, hang on with that.
He was hobbying underneath the table.
Oh, that's what he was doing. I wonder why the camera was shaking. I wonder what it was.
You certainly don't need to hobby if you want to come on.
Anyone want to come on? Just let me know. Sorry, got kicked. You got kicked out? What do you mean, kicked?
I never kicked him. I would have done if I knew it was an option.
I bet Mike came on and did it.
Yeah. Mike's busy tonight.
Yeah, he's playing Cloudspire.
I've never heard of Cloudspire.
It's the new chip theory game.
No, right.
The one they did Too Many Bones, where everything's near being mats and expensive poker chips and.
I wasn't impressed when I saw it. Everyone talks about
I wasn't. And I thought, it's kind of one of those things. It was one of those things I reluctantly went to look at it because I thought, I don't need to spend the money on this, but I know as soon as I see it, I'm going to want it. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh, no, that's just it's just a bit stupidly excessive. I thought, and I didn't really like the art style either, to be honest. It didn't.
Was it kind of manga-y type stuff?
No. Oh God, no! It's not manga. It's just a slightly unusual fantasy style that didn't really appeal to me.
Not to your conservative.
No, it's not that it's bad. It's clearly nice art style. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, you lost connection, John. Right.
There's also the possibility.
Mark, are you saying you want to come on, Mark?
Yeah, he's more than welcome.
With baby. You've, in fact, actually, I might even have Mark on Skype. Have I got Mark on Skype?
Ambi's going to start painting Lord of the Rings Journeys into Middle Earth. That's the Descenti.
Yeah, no, you Mansions of Madness, basically.
Oh, Mansions of Madness.
Basically the same as Mansions of Madness, yeah.
You're a brave woman getting that one, Ambi. It's going to cost you a fortune. You know it.
I don't recognise Ambi.
You do know Ambi. You know who Ambi is. She does the parody songs on.
Oh yeah, I like you, Ambi. Yeah, you're cool.
Yeah, see.
Yeah. I just something about people in chat on the side of YouTube. I see them and I'm like, I don't remember who that person is, unless it's just straight up their name. Yeah. And if they don't talk maybe that much in the Facebook group.
No, I don't think Ambi's a member of the Facebook group.
Oh, there you go. That's how I generally know people.
Yeah, I think she must have come from Twitter. Yeah, but she's nice. We like Ambi.
She's sadistic then.
She's sadistic. She says something else.
She come via Twitter. It's a place for sadists to hang out.
Joshua's just ordered the Etrador. Don't remember that.
What?
Is Etrador a character in Lord of the Rings?
Just ordered the Eriador.
Is it Eriador? Oh, Eriador, the boat.
I didn't even realise they released extra figures or anything for it.
Of course they release extra figures. Who do you think they are?
No, you're in first, Marcus. You're coming. Marcus, send me your Skype, please.
Yeah, it's dickheads sorting it out now.
What is Mike sorting out in the background? Is Mike sorting out in the background? Is he? I don't understand what you mean.
No. Oh, I said Luke. I meant Luke. I've got no idea. I don't know what I'm talking to. I've had a very hard day.
Refer the fact that I couldn't naturally understand myself being referred to as a dickhead.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I drove someone 15 miles to somewhere. I obviously can't go into details. After an hour of persuasion, and then I got there and then they demanded to go home again, so I had to drive them back again. Like, no. But they're a very nice person, so I won't. But yeah, I had a hard day at work today. That and various others.
Marcus, you're going to throw me Marcus is going to throw me for an OBS. Look, oh, there's Marcus. Right, hang on. Stuff's going to jumble around, people. Panic ensues. Hello, Marcus.
Hi.
Hang on.
Hello, Marcus.
I
can hear you. I can't see you, but that's probably because
I can hear you.
he's fiddling with the technical stuff.
Yeah, and also I'm.
Oh, why is it?
I can see you now.
That's what that was. That's what that was.
It's not much to look at. You don't.
Rid of that.
You don't have.
It's moving stuff around.
Shut up! I'm panicking.
You don't get this when I'm in charge. How are you, Mark?
Sorry, everybody. No, don't do that. Yes, I have a squeaky chair, Mark. Oh. Nothing's going on. I'm just waiting for OBS to respond again. Yeah, I'm fully aware of that, thank you very much. Jesus Christ, you're so supportive, you are. Oh, you didn't come on? Right, yeah, I'll show you. Look, hang on. So look, I've made this is purely a proof of concept. I wanted to give it a try. So I can. Yeah, only you can see it. Get it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. Yeah. Yeah, from your angle, it looks I'm sitting